Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. In the last one, we ended up having to break it into a two-parter where the first half was dealing with Lizzie's crew, and that the second half was dealing with the Hatters. Um, my only real gripe being that we can't really disable the nerve gas without killing the old man. There's probably a way to just completely sidestep it, but I didn't find it. But that's kind of how it goes in a lot of instances. Is just you don't find something and then you kind of just roll on with it. But in today's video, we are making our way into the Brigmore Manor to go finally deal with Delilah and see what the fuck she's up to.
The Brigmores were an ancient family, bankrupted a generation ago. Since then, the manor has housed two street gangs, a smuggling ring, innumerable rats, and the Brigmore witches. I'd always left them alone, but now a painter named Delilah had taken up witchcraft and formed a coven. She was trying something. A ritual. But what kind? The outsider knows. I cannot abide a mystery.
Alright, this is going to be the last time that we can do anything about favors, any upgrades we need to get, and any items that we need to grab. Unfortunately, I'm not going into this with like an insane amount of money. Which very, very much is my own fault. Grab that. That's the last upgrade I will ever need. Even though the temptation of getting the baffle dust is tempting. Okay. Alright, so ultimately we have your operatives will drop you a rune, some mana, and open the fence to allow a far more stealthy approach to the state. That one is a big yes. A thieving butler, a former butler, smuggled goods from the estate and hid them by the shore. One of your agents will unearth the cash for a price. Well, shit, you know what? Fuck it, we're going big. Well... Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I was gonna increase the choke dust capacity, but yeah, having no ability to restore my own mana costs is pretty bad.
I scouted, sir. They've locked the front, and I've seen evidence of snares. Also, maybe it's nothing, but I spotted several statues of the woman Delilah. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
It means trouble. Anything else?
They're getting in and out of the house somehow, but I haven't spotted it. Sorry, sir. Best I can do.
Good enough. I'll take it from here.
Well, that is fine by me. Oh yeah. I thought that was a rune. Alright. Fuck, that got me good. Alright. A little double check on this. There's definitely going to be a few runes and some other such things nearby, but in this moment, there's nothing really to be too worried about. God. Yeah, don't you just love river crusts? Butler's note. They're on to me. The urn will have to stay here, Reggie, until we can return by boat to claim it. The master's key, however, will go with me, and since you are nowhere to be seen, I have little choice but to scale the rocks near the waterfall to make my escape cross country. Leave me out to dry on this one, and I'll put a bullet hole in your skull. Alright. Waterfall in the back. I'll admit my own little fault here. I should have definitely increased the amount of bolts I could carry. That has a lot to do with the fact that there are two ways to deal with those wretched dog creatures. One of which is to just...
Strange doings, sir. I killed a hound in the yard, and it got straight back up and went for me. I had to crush its skull, to be sure.
Yeah, thank you. He actually brought up the point. Because that's the only way you can, like, successfully deal with them in any capacity, and they're just really, really annoying to deal with otherwise. What is the point of this? Okay. There. Hell yeah.
I hope everything is in order, sir.
It is. I appreciate it. Thank you. What? Okay. Out order. S. Doubt has left. Wait. Left Draper's ward on Lizzie Stride's boat and could arrive within hours. Disable the Grove switch. Isabel will lock the manor and wait for further instructions in the backyard. D. Ooh, I almost overshot that. Alright, so hole in the fence, waterfall, backyard. One dog. And those statues can alert Delilah, I believe, to your presence. So it's overall just kind of a good decision to avoid them as best you can. I'm not saying it's the best thing you can do overall. But it is definitely a really good way to handle the situation if you can't. If you can do stealth, it's the best way to avoid it. But as per usual, it's not the only way you can get in and out of a location. Just gotta play with it. Figure out how you want to do things. That's the whole point of these games, is playing how you want. Fuck! Fuck. God, I hate those goddamn river crusts. Or the fact that The only way to deal with them in any meaningful capacity is you have to blow them up.
Another spirit behind mischief.
Rust.
Watch Lady Delilah paint tonight.
There's little chance of that.
Come on, you gotta give me more. Okay. Long.
Don't think I'm on your side, because I'm not. If you raise a hand to any of my sisters but Delilah, you'll answer to me.
Understood. What have you got?
When her ritual's done, Emily Caldwin's mind will be gone, and Delilah will look out through her eyes the rest of her life.
And Delilah will rule as Empress.
That's up to you. I've got my money. That's all I need.
Wait, what about a way in?
Use the crypt. There's a lever that opens one of the tombs. The lever is kept in the shed. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Well, that's very useful information. Thank you. All right. River crosses all the way down there. Fuck. My God, I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid. Is that a letter? I don't know what that is. There.
Let me see. Where could you be?
All out till you spot high or near.
And I'll pull out your vein.
You must be frightened. Show yourself.
Oh, this always gets me anxious. Well, luck may yet be on our side. Oh, there he is. Front door key. Okay. Our ways in have increased multiple times over. Front door is closer. Oh, there's the Delilah statue.
Come out, dear. It's no use.
Will we leave this place soon, or stay for another season?
Yes, of course, my love. Watch for his shadow. Listen to him. The heels of his boots. He's here, I tell you.
Fuck, I didn't know they were there. Oh. Well, that's a happy little accident. Okay, what bone charm did I just get? Oh, move faster when I'm carrying corpses. not necessarily the best thing I could be getting right now.
Dowd. I grow sick of this assassin. The other sisters speak of him with a tiny shudder of awe in their voices, like stupid schoolgirls.
Don't worry, love. The hounds will warn us, or the statues. And then we'll descend on him like a murder of crows, and we'll pick his bones clean.
At least I can be careful about how I get around in here. Choke dust would have been useful in that instance. And okay. Oh. This is definitely going to be a heavy use of what the fuck is that ability of time stop? Pop myself there, wait for it to recharge. We're gonna go in through the graveyard. I'd rather be a little more cautious. Well, that was an accident, but you know what? I ain't gonna complain. Oh, bitch.
My lady Delilah did not grant her favor to fools.
Okay. End time. That may have very well just alerted them. But I don't know how to get rid of the statues on the off chance, so that is 100% my own fault.
And I thought the flooded district was run down.
Oh, I remember this. A little bit. There we go. Okay.
Our contact in Coldridge informs me they've caught Melina in the tower. I need to tell
Okay.
She's begun the final phase.
Oh, who did I hear talking?
But what happened to me? Is she...
Please, no. Don't make me eat anymore. I can't. Brother Marcus, I denounce the Abbey. Wandering gaze, lying tongue, restless hands, roving feet, rabbit.
What happened to you?
denounce the oracles. The oracles. They saw. The Caldwell girl is the key. The girl in the painting.
Where's Delilah?
Unable to extract much information from this one. He was well trained. Feeding him his former companions elicited most useless sounds and mess. I'll try again tomorrow unless he becomes violently deranged, in which case I'll have little choice but to put him down. Okay. Fuck. I was gonna keep him.
I'll find you. I heard you, oaf.
I have to be sparing about my fucking uses here. Oh, I need to start being clever. If I use the stun mines a little bit more in my advantage, paying attention to where they're going instead of just using all my goddamn things, then perhaps I might be in a better position. Oh, what the? Oh, he's behind the door. Fuck. There. That puts us in a partially safe position. I now have to play hopscotch through. Next one. Rafters. 3. 5 total.
Emily Caldwell.
I'll admit the art's a bit interesting. Delilah's journal. Now that the painting is finished, I will sit in young lady Emily's skin and wear her face like a mummy's mask. Oh, a murmur's mask. Havelock and his lick spittles will put the child on the throne, but it is me they will be crowning. Delilah, the kitchen girl from Dunwall Tower. They called me Sokolov's apprentice, but whose paintings reached through to the spirit? Mine. They will never know their blunder, but I will be sure to whisper it into their ears at their executions. My followers will bear the lantern to the gallery in order to open the way to the void. There I will use the painting to complete the ritual. My walk into Emily's flesh must be undisturbed. The ritual has other uses, which I can explore over time. Any image made by my hand could serve as a focal point for the spell. I imagine one of my enemies as a still life. Wait, hang on. I imagine one of my enemies as a still life imprisoned in a bowl of fruit without amusement.
So Delilah wants to use Emily to become become Empress.
Well, now that leaves me, unfortunately, having to explore the manor a bit more. So I can find this whimsical other painting somewhere in this god-forsaken building. Alright. End time. I hate them so much. I find the fucking wolf hounds to be infuriating under a degree that I am not quite.
Evie, I'm glad I found you. Is the painting of the void sealed?
Yes. I put the lantern back in Our Lady's studio. It'll be ready when she calls.
But I don't think Delilah will return this way. When she calls us, it will be to Dunwall Tower.
Probably true.
Evie, may I confess something to you? Promise not to tell the others.
Of course. You can always confide in me.
When I was in the studio, I painted the mark on my hand, just to see. It was foolish, I know, but I couldn't help myself.
Never be ashamed of your ambition. It's why she chose you.
Thank you. Your words are always exactly what I need, Evie. If only my birth sisters had been more like you.
Well, if they had, they'd still be alive, wouldn't they?
Wonderful. I'm very confused on why money is even an option in this area. I don't think this game has a New Game Plus. So as far as I'm aware, this is like more or less just pointless. Ah. Okay, I could have just gotten around like that. Oh my god. Fuck. Somebody's over here. Oh, never mind. I was gonna just teleport behind her and choke her out, but so that's not in the card.
Yes, of course, my love.
How do I get upstairs? There has to be a way. Ah, that way.
One of my dear sisters has wandered away.
Someone is prowling.
Delilah's musings. Worked in my studio until late last night and completed the painting of Emily. When Dowd kidnapped her, I was terrified that he might already know what I was planning. But it seems I overestimated him. He turned her over to the conspirators. What a fool. Once young Emily assumes the throne, I'll already be looking out for those through those lovely brown eyes. Ugh.
Someone who's not supposed to be here.
Theorize as you will.
Someone should be here. I'll watch for our enemies. Had to leave the flooded district with her. For sure. Then the warehouse. How long will we stay at the manor? How long?
Oh, there has to be a way over there. They wouldn't just put a rune and a... that. Yeah, they wouldn't just put these over here for no reason. There is a purpose. Much like many things. Delilah's orders. I've ordered the lantern to be placed in my studio in the West Wing. Use it to enter the painting only if your situation is dire. I will be busy preparing for the ritual and cannot be disturbed. I trust you can handle Dowd should he materialize. Fuck. That was weird. New charm. Water of life fountains. That seems a little bit of a waste at this point. Don't you think? Damn it. I don't know. I find the water fountain thing to be just kind of dumb. Yeah, I think Shadow Kill will probably be better.
One of my dear sisters has wandered away from here.
Seems like Rockwild's gone missing from his slaughterhouse. There's chaos on the killing floor.
Lord Ramsay or one of the others will move in. The city needs wailing.
Let them tear each other apart. We'll feast on the spoils.
Okay, so Delilah orchestrated that little deal.
What might this be?
Fuck.
Get up now!
No. Swear to God, I'm not dealing with that.
Sisters, help me!
And this is why we upgrade our sleeping guards. They are far, far more useful than most would ever probably let on. Gotta be careful because I'm running low.
Wake up. Can't be sleeping now. Get up now.
fuckers. At least they were smart to traps in place. I, for one, am not foolish enough to just exist in this type of position.
It pains me that I cannot be at Delilah's side during the final moments of the ritual. She's alone. What if something goes wrong? Who will help her? Doesn't it worry you?
You underestimate our great lady's resourcefulness. She is not alone. Not entirely.
The statues. Of course.
They're more than statues. She's put her will in them. And in the void, their power is much greater. Do not fret, sweet Tilda. Lady Delilah needs you to be strong and steadfast. This is no time to wilt like a summer daisy.
I won't. Forgive me, sister. You're right.
I don't think I've ever heard the phrase wilt like a summer daisy before.
Someone should be here. I'll watch for our enemies.
Delilah's note. Brunhild came to me last night while I was in my studio in the West Wing finishing the ritual painting of young Lady Emily. She informed me that one of her girls allowed herself to get caught and interrogated in a Coldridge prison. Nonetheless, it seems Dowd is oblivious to my plan. Back. There we go. Most part, I think we're good. Anything else in the room I need to be aware of? We explored the manor pretty well, I think. Fuck it, this is the last episode, so I know it's the last episode. I'm gonna go back really quick and do a double check because this has me anxious. I know there's a specific thing that I can do. I just need to make sure I can do it. Despite getting caught several times. I think most people are just unconscious at this point, so I don't really have to worry. Up there. It seems to be the bodies just despawn after a long enough time. He just doesn't want to keep track of them. The second solution. Oh. Hero talking up his own shit. Nope, that's where we came from originally. Might as well take it. There's not a reason not to. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, never mind. Oh, I'm very worried, actually. Because I know there's a non-lethal option to this mission, and I have done it several times in the past, but for the life of me, I'm just blanking on this one. Yes, set the lantern. That's a very interesting lantern. Alright. Where it opened, I entered. Oh.
You have many talents, Dowd, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites, but I will watch this with unusual attention.
Oh. That's awfully nice of him. It said neutralize. That little thunderclap made me
Time to
jump.
see what you've really got, Delilah.
Oh god. Fucking damn it. Alright. Oh. Well, that's awfully nice of the devs. The branches reach for me.
As Emily's portrait.
You from the void. I call you with ochre. Morley. Carmine beetle shells. Zirconin lazurite. Viridian bile. The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician chalk. The same loom that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas. I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp. Emily, you cannot ignore me. My power is too deep. My reach too long.
Alright. Woohoo!
Brush touches paint. Brush touches canvas. Brush touches void. And now I see you, Emily Caldwin. I breathe your breath. I can feel what you do. The bright mornings in the pub. I feel the cold night air of the ruin where you sleep. And the stink of the river. Image strikes the eye. Eye touches the mind. Mind touches the void. I feel your love for Corvo Atano and your lost mother. For your caretaker, Callista. I feel your fear in the night. Your hunger to learn. To become someone important. My hunger too. My fear. You are becoming mine. We are nearly finished. Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now. Hate flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in his bones long enough, sweet young girl. Finished. It is complete. I am... What's happening? This is all wrong! What am I becoming? Outsider's blood? Is this some trick? Code!
Oh, that worked in our favor greatly. For some reason, I remember her actually having kidnapped Emily. Oh, that's why, because it tells us we rescued her. But in no actual instance do we rescue her. And it just kind of throws me for a loop a little bit there, because I think that she gets kidnapped, only to discover that she actually did not get kidnapped. Yep, we trapped Delilah Copperspoon, and we went in through the crypt. Low chaos, nobody died, which is shocking because multiple of those bodies were just completely submerged. Oh, how I wish I was a little bit better at this game so I could ghost everything, but I'm not one with that level of patience. I'm patient, but not that patient. So, let's round this out. Weird.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwin from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the Empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes. I have one more surprise for you. I asked for my life. When I killed your Empress and took her daughter, something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How in these last days you passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Caldwin, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know. But how does it end for Dowd, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.
Well, wasn't that a rousing little speech from both Dowd and the Outsider? I don't recall this. That's neat. Alright, well, I suppose it's time for my final thoughts. I like this game. I genuinely enjoy playing Dishonored. Like, if the game gives me... I don't mind moral, like the morality systems in a lot of games, typically, because there's not a whole lot to it that is a real good takeaway. It's like, either you're a really good person or you're a really bad person, and some games have that middle ground. I think it was, like, Fallout 3 and New Vegas had neutral. You could be good, you could be neutral, you could be evil. Infamous was just good or evil. What is that other game? Fable. Varying levels of both good and evil, especially with 3, where you can have a halo, but also have the devil horns, because you did enough good actions to get the halo, but you've also raised everybody's rent so much that it's like everybody hates you. So you get the horns instead. And by bullshit reasons, that's the optimal way to play the fucking game. But these games are fun, is the point. And getting to like sit down and re-experience this game with you guys has been honestly a lot of fun. So much fun, in fact, that I actually did these all in advance. I did these in advance in like three sittings, because that's how much fun I was having with this. And I was just like, I can't not do this. I have to play this right now. And ultimately, the takeaway is your choices matter, your decisions matter, and what you do affects somebody somewhere at some time. But no, this game is fucking great. I highly suggest, if you guys haven't gone out and played it, you go pick it up like as soon as you physically can. I'm glad they listened to people who complained about not having enough sleeping darts, because 10 is just so few that you can burn through them in almost any level. 15 is just like that right amount, and then giving you stun mines as well on top of that, and the choke dust to make people just get dazed long enough you can choke them out. I'm so happy they gave more options to be able to sit here and take a more stealthy approach. I mean, the mines themselves aren't that stealthy, but that's because there's like a whirling and then an electrical bolt shock to it. But no, like, everything about the game is fun. I actually had a really good time, and it was made even better by the fact that they listened and I wasn't aware of it until now. So that just made the whole deal a hell of a lot better. I had more fun with it because I was able to play a bit more cautiously. I could be just a little bit more patient. But the big thing that I need to remember is that I need to take my time with these things, and I cannot rush them. And I plan on trying to work on that going forward. But I really have no real negative thoughts about the game. Outside of going back to Dunwall Tower in the latter half of the base game, I just hate that level. There are too many enemies, too many automated security things. Like, I understand it's supposed to be difficult because you are invading the castle of the current ruler of the land, and he's paranoid and shit. But it's still one of those things that I'm just not like. I understand story-wise this is what would happen, but I cannot, for the life of me, choose to take the easy way on that mission by just going in and killing everybody. Because I didn't bring it up, but in my first playthrough of the game, I got spotted really early. I got spotted in the courtyard, in the fucking well, in the everywhere. I got spotted everywhere. I killed like so many people by the end of that game. I was just like, yeah, a high chaos is kind of what I was going for, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot of bodies. Um, and I killed them in a safe room, and I'm so glad I didn't have to do it this time. That I was able to actually get the ending on that one really quickly, because I know if I didn't, it would have taken me forever to finish that mission. Like that might have been like a 2 or 3 part episode just because of how much has to be done if I fuck up that bad, you know? But yeah, no, other than that, I don't really have much left to say about it. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in today. It means a lot that you guys decided to stop in and see what I was up to. And if you really enjoyed it, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. The engagement helps these videos reach a wider audience and helps the channel grow. If you want to see more of me, there are a few other Let's Plays on this channel that you can go and check out. I stream on Twitch on occasion, and then I am also on TikTok, where those said clips from Twitch go afterwards. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.